Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Think Liu Chang Interstellar is clean? Nobody's clean.
You cannot help but wonder how one of these lost contact with Chang.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture objective.
Thought I should do some needed introductions as game number 1 starts.
Here, for you!
Double.
Apologies for that, ladies and gentlemen, but I have already missed some colossal plays, as my wonderful observer has already pointed out. We had a huge ult come out from Agent 9 that is the man, the myth, the legend, Jameson. And the last time I actually casted Overwatch, this man, this monster, may I preface, was on DPS, so it's very interesting to see him on a role like tank. Now, I know that I'm just now joining now here, and we're already at 83% for River Falls. They have dominated this match so far, or rather this round, on to this point, not giving Milwaukee a single inch. Agent 9 just battering that hammer around like a crazy psychopath with a sledgehammer. And with those heals coming back from the backline after Grandmother and I believe Enderfire as well, putting in that support role, there's just no wiggle room for Milwaukee to actually take this point. They try to do a little bit of a rush play, rushing onto the point with the remaining members, but the last two get picked off, and Mayo with a BM ultimate right outside of their point secures the round for River Falls, 1-0. Milwaukee, unfortunately, wasn't even able to get a single percent in that round. However, we still have a lot of Overwatch left to play here, ladies and gentlemen, so we will see if a comeback is possible or if River Falls is just going to be running away with this. Once again, I must depart for just a small amount of time, but I will be back soon. You will hear this wonderful, glorious voice, and while I'm gone, you will still continually see some fantastic gameplay. Stay tuned, folks.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Capture objective.
알았어 한 손으로는 tapping on it twice 표정을 try to hide 좋아 입에 세 글자의 말로 하면 so uncool 서둘러다 놓치기 전에 때론 과감한 게 나아 의심하지마 you and I right this moment I want you love it 아는 척 좀 그만하자 우리 서로 경험하잖아 심장은 너게 내게로 들리잖아 너 loving 그만 두려워하지 like replay all days 끝도 나도 so afraid 다칠까봐 다친 내 심장 so blue not a time to make a choice 결정 앞에 don't avoid
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I am back, and I was casting while muted half the time as well. But don't worry, we are cementing out some of those technical difficulties that I already mentioned. We saw a fantastic game, or rather round, come out from Uwrf Falls, as you can see on our wonderful scoreboard and visuals in the top left. Uwrf Falls is leading by 1 round. It is a best of 3, correct me if I'm wrong, best of 3 matches. So 2 more. And Uwrf Falls will be taking this one home as a W. However, there is infinite possibilities in the game of Overwatch. I stand corrected, actually, as our wonderful media consultant is informing me it is going to be a best of 5, which means that we have lots of games in store for you. I am excited. I know all of you guys are as well. Taking a little bit of a relaxation right now with some lo-fi beats. I will leave you to it until the next game starts. Stay frosty, and we will be right back. We're back in it yet again, everybody! I am super pumped because I did not realize until recently that we actually have champion bans in this game. I know, everybody's brain just exploded, just like mine. And as it seems, the enemy team, University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, did not like our Reinhardt by the name of Agent 9 last game because they are going into this game banning Reinhardt. We are banning Torbjorn. I believe the Torbjorn ban is most likely because there is going to be a lot of attacking, and you can put that turret on top of the payload on the cargo and just kind of have a mobile turret moving along. So maybe it's also because of the defense, even though they're not starting on offense. They were worried about the defense having that turret accessible, holding in those choke points for the Torbjorn turret, or maybe they just have a bunch of PTSD from a really good Torbjorn player before. Who knows what the thought process is? I trust the players. I trust the coach of Polio. I think that this was most likely the correct decision, and as somebody who plays significantly less Overwatch than these players, I would assume they would make better choices than I would, because I don't know who to ban half the time. Again, I didn't even know there were bans. But as we're starting in, it looks like it's going to be a pretty simple setup right now. Agent 9 just taking the forefront of the attention from the enemy team, taking a few Pharah shots right now, but he's going to be able to get healed up very, very easily with Grandmother. A lot of these flicks and twists, as you can tell. This was a DPS main at one point. Now we're going to get into the nitty-gritty, see how well he fares into the tank role. It's gotten him this far. It's gotten the entire team this far. Can they make it happen now in the playoffs of Overwatch 2? Taking a very, very aggressive angle at Agent 9, knowing that he has support and the field backing up, not taking a single lick of damage. Takes 3, actually, but he's going to be healed up in no time. And now it's actually Zunny, who's about at half HP before getting healed up right now on this Sojourn. Oh, getting aped, though, by the enemy tank right now, doing a lot of damage, and they are taking a lot of space right now. University of Milwaukee, you know, doing a lot of the grunt work right now of just pushing into the back line, not even worrying about the payload, just taking the fight one-on-one. 2 fall, both in the kill feed, trades back. Agent 9 picks up 2. Melon Lord taking out Grandmother in the meantime, and now it's just going to be a straight 3v3 until the respawns come through. Mayo dashing around, doing a ton of damage, taking a ton in return. This is an absolute scrap of a fight right now, and we haven't even passed the first gas station. What an interesting game we have going so far. Agent 9 still at the forefront of this fight, frontlining, 1v1ing every player he possibly can. Sees 2, backs up, decides it's not worth the fight. Takes the mirror matchup instead onto the payload, yet this payload is not stopping. The car is constantly moving. River Falls is doing nothing about this. I guess that they're just going to heavily rely on the gate crash or maybe stalling out into this little choke point where Enderfire was previously playing on this Ana. We don't really know, but these heals are buffing up Agent 9. Is it going to be enough as the damage dealers are now taking a serious amount of damage as well? Sunny on this Sojourn trying to dish out as much as possible, but a kill has not gone in either way yet. Let's see if anything changes here as Agent 9 dives on to the enemy healer. Ana gets slept, though, from the tactical and instead turns his attention as the enemy tank is diving into his own backline, wants to defend. Brought down to about 1 HP, and finally, it's Spicy Falls. We lost connection on the game server after those 2 quick succession kills. We're going to be loading right back into Route 66, but I can assure you the action has not stopped. 3 kills for River Falls. Stops the payload in its tracks. And in fact, starts backing it up right now. I was wondering if they were going to go for the gate crash and just play for the fight afterwards, but I'm totally corrected. They just waited to hold him into a little bit of a choke point and punished Milwaukee for the error that they had. It's more of a counteractive kind of play style that we're noticing right now. They waited until the enemy tank, you know, bit off a little bit more than they could chew, drove the backline a little too hard, took up too much damage, and picked off a few kills afterwards. So great patience and great tenacity from River Falls to counteract that engagement. And now it's back to square one for Milwaukee. We have a lot of time remaining on the clock. 50 seconds isn't nothing, especially in a game like this. But it can also work against you as the clock is constantly ticking down. River Falls is slowly gaining an advantage, and as Sunny dashes backwards with that Sojourn, Tactical takes out a kill, actually. Enderfire claims the kill, steals it onto JoJo Mac, and now there's only 4 remaining members for Milwaukee to reclaim this payload. The Ana is in the backline. What is she doing? Zunny with an anti-heal debuff on him. It's probably not going to matter as he's just dishing damage right now onto the Sojourn. Bridget bringing up the front line with Grandmother, trying to protect his boy, but it's actually Agent 9 who's putting in all of the grunt work. Takes out Broken Mug. Can he go for 2? Can he go for Broke? That's another kill for Agent 9 onto JoJo Mac after the respawn. Lessie falls to Zunny. Agent 9 picks up a triple onto Spicy, and that might be game, set, match as 10 seconds are left in the round, and there may be no hope for Milwaukee as they have to regroup all the way back into base. The ultimate does pop out. The hazard. Oh, picks up one quick mark. Absolutely, female dog smacks him into oblivion at the very tail end of that round. That was incredible gameplay from Agent 9, as we expect from this man. 82 meters coming out from Milwaukee. Is it going to be enough to stop the red wall of River Falls, or will they push through and beat that record as we switch sides? Going into attacker, or rather, they are going to be attacking the payload and moving it on the side of River Falls, and now Milwaukee will be defending it. Now, like I said, I don't play a whole ton of Overwatch, but if you're new here and you don't understand what the concept is of this certain game mode, we are not capturing a specific point. You are trying to move this car, which moves when there are players around it or on it on your team, towards a goal. It is on a set path. Now, the enemy team is trying to knock you off of the car or kill you so that the payload can't move. You try to get it as far as you can in a certain amount of time. Whichever team, after switching sides, goes the farthest wins the round. And you can actually bring it to an end stop. That just means that you win automatically. And if both teams happen to bring it to the end stop, it's just whoever did it in the fastest manner of time takes the dub on that round. So, now that we're all clear on the rules, maybe even I'm wrong, maybe there's a little bit more of an aspect to it, but we're about to get right into the game, so I will stop my yapping about metagame, and we're going to go right back into the action. River Falls, very interesting lineup as they are just going to be bringing the exact same thing. So I don't know if it's going to be the exact same strat of counter-attacking, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense considering that they have to be the one to initiate the engage, as we saw from Milwaukee when pushing a payload. But it's actually a very interesting strategy right now. 4 members of River Falls are playing decoy right now in the small tunnel right above the gas station, while the single Tracer player of Mayo is pushing the payload solo. Brought down to half health, but actually moved the payload 25 whole meters by himself, and Agent 9 picks up a quick kill on a broken mug. That is the healer on the enemy team. Lessie does have some of those heals on the Miracle, but it's not going to be enough as Agent 9 claims another for his troubles. Jojo Mac falls as well. Melonlord picks one back up onto Zunny with a Ash Grenade, but Enderfire trades it right back onto It's Spicy. These kills are just going all in the way of River Falls, and it looks like there's no hope of stopping them. 45 meters, they have already closed half of the gap, over half of the gap from the previous full round of Milwaukee. What is Milwaukee to do here? How are they going to come back from this? I have no idea if they even can. Once it's through the gate, I don't know if it can be brought back to a previous area. Maybe it can. I'm not exactly sure how the rules work if they somehow score ace after ace after ace, but seeing the way that River Falls are playing right now, Agent 9 with a huge play oh my gosh, blast the head off of Melonlord. It's Spicy also falls to Mayo. Zunny picking up one of his own, Agent 9 as well, and that is already going to be a dub. The match and the round has ended for round 2 as Team 1, University of Wisconsin River Falls, takes the dub in less than a minute, or rather less than 2 minutes. That was absolutely incredible. Agent 9 jumping into the back line with an ultimate, picks up a kill, pushes away 3 other members, and heavily damages 2 of the DPS. And we're seeing just one from the defense round, actually. I thought it was going to be the offense round for the highlight, but that was absolutely incredible gameplay, and River Falls is just running Milwaukee over. 2-0. It's going to be a best of 5, as we said, so the games are far from over. However, we are going to take another small break here, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry if I sound like I'm losing my voice. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be going into round number 3, and if it sounds like it's going to be a small bit of ASMR, it is because I am slowly losing my voice, and I want to keep it for the remainder of the night. However, if I get excited, I can't help it because these games have been awesome to watch and fantastic to cast. I know that you agree with me. And we are jumping right into round number 3. Is a 2-0 start for River Falls. This is going to be a best of 5, so you have to make it to 5 rounds first, as far as I am aware. So River Falls still has some other work cut out for them, but Milwaukee is straggling behind with not a single map to their name, and these Junkrat plays from Mayo are landing right directly onto the heads of Milwaukee. They were able to jump out of the way, but they're definitely not super easy to avoid, as Spicy can tell you right now. He is playing tank, so Spicy can't tank up a lot of the Junkrats, but none of the backline from Milwaukee can reach it to Spicy due to all of these grenades that Mayo is spamming. And River Falls, starting on the attack this time, has already pushed the payload up 38 meters. And we're going to go in for a very aggressive play right now, as Grandmother sniping in from the back, covering all the way downtown as Agent 9 is pushing into the backline. Brought down to about a 4th HP. Anti-heal debuff is going to be put onto the Reinhardt. 21 HP down to 0. It Spicy claims the enemy tank of Agent 9. That might be one of his first deaths of the series. Meanwhile, Grandmother still just sniping to the back, trying to heal as much as well as do some damage, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Down to 80 health. Melon Lord claims that kill for himself. And now it's going to be Mayo pushing back into the base, regrouping, as River Falls, an unfortunate and uncharacteristic blunder by them. I don't think they expected things to pan out that way, but maybe it's just a little bit of the jitters, maybe it's just a little bit of the cockiness. Who knows what it could be? The game is far from over. 51 meters, the payload is pushed up, slowly moving back as Milwaukee has gained control of the objective. Switching over to Widowmaker now for Mayo, instead doing a lot of sniper damage, but has to land the shots onto the squishies. It can't just be the giant hitbox of the tank. You gotta hit some other shots as well. Waiting for his man to pull around his target, grapples up for a better vantage view. Tries to go for the jump shot, doesn't land. Stays into the backline though, trying to deal as much damage as possible. Meanwhile, Enderfire putting in a lot of work, takes down the enemy May of Melon Lord. It's going to be a 5v4. I think River Falls is going to try and capitalize on this. Or are they going to play it slow? We'll have to see. Agent 9 taking the brunt of the damage. A one-man army takes out. No, I thought he was going to bring the enemy Osa off the edge, but instead Spicy gets a huge buff from the ultimate. Goes immortal, or rather immovable, for a time being, preventing Agent 9 from knocking him into the wall for a permanent stun. Agent 9, maybe a little bit of confusion coming through. Thought somebody was behind him, ended up just swatting his teammates, but gets a great Ana buff into a Reinhardt ult. Takes out 2 members of Milwaukee, misses the dash right into the wall, looking for this Ana. Can he claim it? Yes, he is. A triple kill for Agent 9 onto the board. That's maybe play of the game that we're seeing right now from the Reinhardt yet again. Enderfire picking up another one. It's Spicy, 2 back for his troubles, but it's not going to matter as Agent 9 secures a 4th kill in that team fight. And the payload marches ever forward for River Falls. A valiant effort from Milwaukee, but you can't stop the Reinhardt main himself. And I guess these bans aren't permanent because you're just going to be keeping on to this champion unless you perma-ban it. River Falls relying on Agent 9 is a huge crutch right now, putting in a lot of work as the front line. Gets the anti-heal debuffed and a stun, but doesn't matter because he just runs into the backline, takes out Broken Mug. What a colossal masterclass showing we're seeing right now from Agent 9. Rams, oh my goodness, Rams Spicy into the wall, and it's just an absolute massacre. Please stop, they're already dead. There's no need to continue this any more than it needs to. Just let them regroup, pull back, and have a fair 5v5. I don't think it's going to work out for Milwaukee if they keep feeding in kills one at a time like this. The ultimate for Reinhardt is now available, as is for Enderfire and Sunny. They can do a huge combo right now on the side of River Falls. Let's see if Agent 9 wants to go for it. If he's going to wait for Broken Mugs, or rather, sorry, for Grandmother's ultimate to come through. No! Takes the Magma Burst right away. Dashes one into the wall, picks up a kill. Sunny steals it away, actually, but Grandmother Enderfire into the back line. No more tank for Milwaukee on the board. Broken Mug gets put to sleep and walked up on by Grandmother, as it is a full-man ace from River Falls. And again, the payload slowly but surely inching towards the next checkpoint. 2 out of 3, only 1 left for River Falls to complete. And after that, it will be a 3-0, an almost immovable comeback. An incredible, glorious one if Milwaukee can make it happen, but no, they cannot. Agent 9 dashing into the wall with a big magma split. Again, down Jojo Mac's forehead. It's Spicy, might be next on the chopping block. No, ran through a wall, stopping it. Anti-heal debuff comes through from It's Spicy. But it doesn't really seem to matter as River Falls just pumping out too much damage. May did pin Agent 9 into a wall. This may be where we see the Reinhardt go away, but no, it's going to be a defensive getaway, dashing out of the line of sight from the enemy team. Another great May wall trying to capture Agent 9, but he's just simply too slippery for that. And managing to fit through that small little crevice between the wall. And I think this one might be done and dusted. River Falls seem to just be playing with their food at this point. A lot of ultimates are available for each team. And more are on the way as It's Spicy's at 94%, but Agent 9 takes down Melon Lord. And that might just be done and dusted as Melon Lord is still sent back to base. That May ultimate is no longer going to be available. Broken Mug does spam onto the Ana ultimate. But I don't think it's going to be enough. It's Jojo Max next on the target. Gets absolutely one shot by Agent 9. Agent 9 for another double. Can he make it the triple? Tries to find the Tracer, but she's simply too illusion-based to find her. She's just zip-zabbing all over the place. 100-level illusion in Skyrim for that character is the most annoying thing to hunt down, but Agent 9 doesn't matter. Agent 9 doesn't mind. Goodness golly, this rhyming. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. Because this game is so all over the place, I started rhyming on accident and then tripped over it because I was so impressed with myself. Agent 9 trying to pick him off at the base, but Zunny instead picks up a double to end the round. Round 1 is completed, and this map is about halfway over if River Falls can maintain this momentum. An unfortunate loss, 3 points actually. I assume that's just because they hit 3 checkpoints. You know, you guys are learning as much as I am in the audience. I'm sure I'll get a lot of flack from that for the team and especially the coach, but it doesn't really matter to me. We're going to go in for a great scenic view, though, from our observer. This is beautiful. This is nice, relaxed, brings down the tone a little bit. And sometimes you got to look at this game and think, there's so much beauty on the planet. You know, there's so much beauty on Earth. This is something that mankind can accomplish. This is something that we can achieve. Something that we can hope to strive for a better tomorrow. As we help our fellow man through the thick and thins of war and chaos in a planet ravaged by selfishness and hatred. And then we look around and we see so many niceties and we think, wow, human ingenuity and human cooperation did that. But enough about the doom and gloom as well as the, I don't know, hope and grope of humanity, whatever else rhymes. We're going to be going right back into the most bloodied fight we've ever seen, a massacre from River Falls. I've never seen anything quite like this, ladies and gentlemen. This is very destructive from Milwaukee. However, I still have faith. I think Milwaukee has a lot of pieces that they can work with. They have a lot of very talented individual players. I think it's just a matter of getting the correct team comp down to counter River Falls' play style. I think River Falls is very focused around this Reinhardt and heavy, heavy backline. And just as I'm saying that, Mayo gets brought down to 50. If that was a pick, that would have been colossal for Milwaukee. But instead, it's going to be a headshot from the Widowmaker. Has to pull back the entire enemy team of Milwaukee as one of their players had to go down to 0 health and rely on all of the healers to bring them back to HP, full HP. They're still in this fight. It's still going to be a strict 5v5. Nobody has died yet. The payload is stopped as Agent 9 is monkeying around, not even playing Winston, jumping all over this car. And you got to wonder, what is Milwaukee's answer to this? They haven't been able to deal with Agent 9 yet. I think they secured 1 kill on him thus far. And this is very interesting to see. River Falls banned Torbjorn, but now they're playing Torbjorn. So it must just be a situational map thing. I'm not entirely sure. Agent 9 brought down to 200 health, though. This may be the second death of the game. Can we see it? No. Mayo with a triple kill on the Widowmaker that we missed. That was absolutely incredible. On Widowmaker of all things. Dang, without dying too. Grandmother picks up another one. 4 kills for River Falls in quick succession. The payload is being slowly pushed back. Agent 9 just holding down left mouse. Or is it right mouse? I'm not entirely sure. Regardless, the auto attack button is showing a little bit of threats. Honey badgering right now. Posturing. Showing like a wounded animal, like a wounded raccoon in the back of my garage that my wife told me not to mess with. Showing a lot of force, showing a lot of aura. Bringing the bacon home for River Falls. Posturing with poised presence. This priceless prince from River Falls, putting in a lot of work for his team. Mayo looking for another triple kill for his name. Sadly, there's only 2 choke points from Milwaukee, and both of them are being covered by River Falls already, so Mayo can kind of just sit back and relax. But before he even does, Agent 9 picks up and steals the kill onto It's Spicy. Not before It's Spicy takes one back onto Enderfire, but River Falls smells blood in the water after the tank falls. 2 more kills, 3 more kills, 4 more kills in rapid succession, leading to a 5-man ace for River Falls. Milwaukee licking their wounds, pulled back to the base after that one. You gotta wonder, what is the plan? A minute 30 left remaining on the clock. This is enough time to do something. This is enough time to win a fight and bring it to the next checkpoint where the time limit will increase and will not bring you to overtime. But 93 meters is what you gotta beat. You're only at 35 right now. Dealing with this Widowmaker is gonna be a big part of it, and just as I was saying that this May might be able to take out the Widowmaker of Mayo, Agent 9 is just up in the rafters. Nobody's watching Melon Lord, unfortunately. Melon Lord just gets it's very, very distracted seeing a giant knighted Hammerman running at him. It's Spicy now taking the 1v1 after his fellow Melon Lord May fell. Maybe trying to push back Agent 9 as much as he can, but his Spicy's brought down to very low HP as well. Somehow, even after that pick onto Melon Lord, Milwaukee has brought it back. What are we seeing here, folks? Could this be the comeback for Milwaukee? Could this be what we needed to see? Agent 9 trying to hold in as much of the line as possible. Anti-heal debuff is put on, 290 health. Can they do enough damage? The ultimate is popped from It's Spicy. Spicy brought down to about a 4th HP too, but not before 3 kills are claimed for Milwaukee. A headshot for Mayo secures It's Spicy. Finally, the Orisa falls, but at what cost? 3 kills have already gone in the way of Milwaukee single-handedly due to Spicy. Spicy, well done. These 2 tanks are MVPs for each of their respective teams. We gotta see what's going on next. Grandmother healing up his boys. Let's see what happens next. A little bit more of a more lax gameplay before Agent 9 gets in there and absolutely muddies it up. More chaotic, erratic gameplay coming through once the Reinhardt fits the battle, you know. Once he arrives onto the battlefield, it could be anything. He could be anywhere. He could be killing anybody. And as I say that, Broken Mug is the first to fall at his mighty hand. It's Spicy picks one back up on a Grandmother, but Mayo trades one back in turn. It's going to be a 4v3 deficit for Milwaukee. Huge deficit now as Zunny and Mayo pick up 1 apiece. And the sole remaining player of Lessie pulls back to the enemy base to regroup with his team. Clearing a little bit of the barricades for his boy Mayo. Doing a lot of utility work on this Widowmaker, as well as a lot of DPS. This is what we like to see. This is like the teamwork. This is the map play that we enjoy seeing. Great May wall, honestly. The mortar is stuck in a building. I don't think he can shoot. Oh, he can. Okay. I didn't know that it would hit the roof of the building or what would happen, but that was a really, really well-placed mortar. But a stun from the Earth Shatter lands true onto Broken Mug, the floor beneath the Ana player, the Bastion player, and the Orisa player of Spicy, Jojo Mac, and Broken Mug crumble beneath him at the hands of the mighty Agent 9. And they continue their rampage in this map. It is an absolute stomp right now. I will say the payload was able to hit 1 point. They were able to bring it up to 1 checkpoint. And that is great to see from Milwaukee. I love to see these signs of life from really, really well done games. Or rather, really well-played games from both teams, but that might be where it ends. Torbjorn enters ult. He's sniffing around. Zunny really wants to do something, but Agent 9 gets stunned up and actually killed by It's Spicy from the Mayo. Leslie picks one up for himself as well on Enderfire. This could be a travesty for River Falls. It's Spicy and Leslie claim another one, or rather it's the turret that's claimed. It is just the remaining Torbjorn and Widowmaker player on the back line to remain in this fight. And we might have a game and a round on our hands. Everybody, this could be what we wanted to see from Milwaukee. A little bit of a new breath. New signs of life. They're sipping from the elixir. They raided the Demon Tower from solo leveling. They got the elixir of life to cure all ailments, and they are on a tear right now. Can River Falls defend to prevent them from hitting 3 points? They are about to hit 2 to increase their time limit. Overtime is ticking down. This team needs to stay on the point at all times, or else risking River Falls taking another map over them, bringing it to a 3-0 deficit. It's Spicy, brought down to 0 HP. Broken Mug might be next on the docket, but before Broken Mug will die, River Falls just takes the oh, never mind. A smack to the head secures that last kill, and we are about to see play of the game. It's actually going to be Mayo. I wonder if this is going to be the triple kill. I'm super excited to see this. Beautiful headshot. Agent 9 picking up another kill, but that's going to be an assist for Mayo. This could be the triple headshot. Boom! One right now. Torbjorn brought down to 0 health. Is taken out. Melon